everyone. I'm Nicole Herskowitz, Vice President of Microsoft Teams, and I'm so thrilled to be here with all of you in person. This is great, and also those who are online. Now, today in our session, we're going to talk about how Teams will help your organization thrive in this new world of work. And we're going to show some of the new next-generation AI and flexible workplace innovations that we're bringing to Microsoft Teams. But first, just a little context before we dive in. Over the last 3 years, work has fundamentally changed. Flexibility is our new normal. People, everyone in your organizations, want more choice about when, where, and how they work. But we know that increased flexibility comes with challenges. Based on our Work Trend Index, 2/3 of decision makers say that team cohesion and social connections are difficult in flexible work. Also, over 40% of employees say that they feel disconnected from the company that they work at. So what does this mean? This means that company culture and employee retention are at risk. We really need new ways to connect. Next, we are all drowning in digital debt. We have this constant influx of emails and messages and meetings and notifications that really take up all of our time every day. Our data shows that people spend 2 full days every week just going to meetings and sorting through communications. That means we're spending as much time, or almost as much time, just managing our work as we are doing it. While AI has the potential to help us with this kind of influx of information, people's feelings are mixed. Nearly half of employees say that they really have concerns about being replaced by AI. Another 2/3 say, or actually 2/3, however, say that they would actually delegate as much work as possible to AI if it would lessen their workloads. So simply put, employees know what's in it for them, and the promise of relief outweighs the threat. So there's clearly a lot going on here, and that's why we built Microsoft Teams, to be that smart workplace where you can meet, call, chat, collaborate, automate your business processes all in one place. Teams bridges the digital and the physical worlds. It is designed to support every employee communication from headquarters to the front line and all internal and external communications. And with AI infused throughout the entire experience, Teams is designed to boost your team's productivity and potential. And many of you agree. Today, more than 320 million people rely on Teams to be the place where they get their work done. As our customers modernize their offices, the number of active Teams rooms has more than doubled over the last 18 months. Teams Phone is the market leader in cloud calling, with over 17 million PSTN-enabled users. In only 9 months since launch, Teams Premium has more than 10,000 organizations that are relying on the advanced capabilities for communication and collaboration with Teams Premium. And Teams is much more than a communications and collaboration tool. It's a multiplayer canvas that brings together all your business processes into one place. There are over 2,000 apps in the Teams App Store and over 145,000 custom apps built by enterprises and system integrators. Finally, Teams equips your entire workforce. Over the last year, we've seen double-digit growth in frontline workers using Microsoft Teams. And to learn about that next wave of innovation that we're bringing to Teams for frontline workers, just a little plug to join our session on Friday. Now, we are truly humbled by this widespread adoption of Microsoft Teams, and we will continue to innovate to ensure your teams have everything they need to achieve more. But let's hear directly from a few customers about how Teams is helping them thrive in this new world of work.
At Dentsu, we're entrepreneurs at heart and known for being great innovators. Having both Teams Premium and Copilot together, it's really helping our end user manage an overload of communications, finding information, and getting the task done quicker.
With Microsoft's Copilot and integration with Teams, what we're able to do is take all those separate data points, bring it all together. We're able to let our people get access to all the data across the enterprise. And through generative AI, we're interacting with it.
Teams Rooms really helps with that simplification of the colleague experience. When you now walk into a meeting room, it feels the same as you joining a meeting from your laptop. It's the same look and feel.
With Microsoft Mesh, we are dropping to the virtual space together and where everybody can speak at the same time if they want. So we can have multiple conversations going on. You can have much more content displayed in the meeting as well.
Microsoft Teams Phone allows us to consolidate all the different communication channels into a single application.
In terms of how this has benefited our sales teams and our traders is through simplification.
Microsoft Teams has instilled a level of connection across the globe that just was never there before.
When you can democratize the information, put it in the hands of the folks that are closest to the work, it's amazing what they're able to do. We're using Microsoft Teams to communicate throughout the facility, to document photos, to do live chats, to remote people into the site for help. Having a connected workforce enables folks to contribute in ways they never knew was possible.
All right, I promised you some exciting product innovations, so let's dive right in. Now, we know that your workplace needs to be fast, easy to use, and intelligent. We've heard your feedback, and we are committed to making the fundamentals of Teams meet your needs. Earlier this year, we introduced the new Teams app, reimagined from the ground up to be faster, simpler, and smarter. New Teams app is generally available for Windows and Mac today. I'm also excited to share that the new Teams app is also generally available on Edge and Chrome browsers. We're also rolling out the new Teams app to public preview for VDI and government cloud customers. So why is Teams better? Or the new Teams better? Why is it better? It's faster, up to 2 times faster for the common tasks like loading the app or starting a meeting. It also uses 50% less resources, which saves you time and makes collaboration more efficient. New Teams is also simpler. It has a streamlined UI so you can get your work done with just fewer clicks. And one that I just love is the new Teams app. It provides a single view for all of your meeting information, all of your past meetings, your upcoming meetings, meetings you missed. It has all of your related content in one place, so you have your meeting recaps, your chats, your shared documents, all together in one place. And for developers, we're also making Teams work the way you work. Switch to my next slide. For example, it's now easier to get code snippets with syntax highlighting in your chats and in your channels. And finally, new Teams is smarter. It's designed to enable that next generation AI-powered experiences that are transforming the way we work today. Now, switching to new Teams, it's easy. Just with one click, you pick up exactly where you left off with classic Teams. Your chats, your channels, your teams, your apps will all be right in the place you left them. So if you haven't tried new Teams yet, please give it a try today. Now, let's shift back to AI. It's everywhere. It's fundamentally changing the way we work. AI can reduce the drudgery, save you time, unlock new levels of creativity and collaboration. And that's why we have infused intelligence throughout Teams. Now, earlier this year, we introduced Copilot for Microsoft 365, your AI assistant for work. Copilot is seamlessly integrated into the place where work happens today, Microsoft Teams. Copilot understands you, your jobs, your priorities, your organization, all that context. It finds what you need across all your apps, all your data, whether your meetings, your emails, your chat, your files, and more, just to help you get your task done. Copilot is also integrated in each and every way that you collaborate and work in teams. So in your meetings, in your calls, in your chats, so you can be more productive. And our research shows that inefficient meetings are the biggest #1 productivity blocker. So we started with Copilot in meetings to make your meetings better. We then extended Copilot to be in Teams Chat and Teams Phone so that you can communicate and collaborate more efficiently. Today, I'm excited to announce that we're completing the journey, enabling Copilot in all of your communication and collaboration channels by adding Copilot in team channels. We are also adding new intelligent capabilities in chats, meetings, and calls so that all of your AI productivity can be taken to the next level. So, to show you some of these AI features in action, I am excited to introduce Daniela.
Thank you, Nicole. Hi, everyone. I'm Daniela Chacron, and I'm excited to show you some of the new capabilities that we're announcing to help you level up your work with intelligence in teams. Now, let's say I work for an airline, and my job is to help solve any incidents that come up in our day-to-day operations. So I use Microsoft Copilot to help with that. We can take a look. I think we just got to switch over. Okay, awesome. I'm generally involved in multiple projects, making it time-consuming to sift through all the information I need to get my job done. So I use Microsoft Copilot to help with that. As you can see, Copilot can help me with things such as finding key points from a file, drafting notes from the last meeting I had, or catch up on chats, emails, and meetings that I've missed and didn't get to go to. As you can also see, I also ask Copilot to help me understand what's new with the latest workplace health training. And what Copilot did was go through all of my business data indexed in the Microsoft Graph, including my chats, my emails, files that I own and have access to, and so much more, just to help me get caught up. It even showed me where it pulled the information from. But now I want to check in on any active incidents across my projects. So I'm going to type, are there any incidents in my channels? Copilot is going to look through the conversations in all of my channels and share a quick view of any incidents that I can help address so that I know exactly what needs my attention. As you can see, Copilot has found an incident. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in my channels. My team uses this channel to post about incidents and brainstorm solutions. I can see I've been tagged in what looks to be a very lengthy conversation. So let's take a look. But before I do that, let me ask you, how much time do you spend catching up on long conversations, reading through every single message just to understand what's going on? I can now ask Copilot to help me get highlights from this conversation. Copilot will scan through the entire conversation, every single message in the post, and provide a summary that I can read in just a matter of seconds to help me understand some of the discussion points that my teammates have been having on how to resolve this issue that has come up. So as you can see, Copilot gave me a summary that Patty, Diego, Grady, and Alan are all discussing different solutions for the baggage claim issues that we've been experiencing. Patty had a suggestion on digital tracking systems, Diego proposed optimizing baggage placements, and Grady recommended tracking data and passenger feedback. But now I want to know, are there any unresolved issues? So let's go ahead and ask Copilot. And once again, Copilot is going to provide me an answer and lets me know that, that's going to let me know if there's an incident or not happening on right now. We'll see. As you can see here, Copilot lets you know, yes, there is an unresolved issue. Unfortunately, though, this is my area of expertise, so I'm going to go ahead and share a quick response with my team. Has it ever happened to you that you know what to say, but you don't know how to say it? Copilot is now your new writing assistant. I'm going to share a few thoughts off the top of my head on how I'd help resolve this incident. So let's go ahead and type in some of the thoughts that come to mind when I see this. So now I can go ahead and have Copilot rewrite what I wrote to adjust first. First, to make it longer. This was just some quick thoughts I shared off the top of my head. But I can then also ask Copilot to make it sound more professional. We want to make sure that it fits the style of this conversation. The really awesome thing is this functionality is also available in your Teams chats. So you can see Copilot has drafted a very clear and compelling message that I can now go ahead and share with my team. But we're also making your meetings better with AI. Say, I'm going to go ahead and joining a meeting that's happening with my team right now. When you're working from home or from any other location, don't you want to show up your best even when the space you're in isn't? You can now enhance your real-life background so you can meet with confidence and also have some fun while you're at it. With Decorate Your Background, Teams uses AI to create virtual backgrounds based on your real physical space. Take a look at my teammate Joni here, who's working from home right now.
I typically work from home a few times a week, but unfortunately, my space can be a bit messy sometimes. With AI, I can take my current real-life background and clean it up so it looks more put together.
How great is that? With these new backgrounds, our team now looks their best. But messy backgrounds aren't the only meeting distraction. Let's say you're about to hop on a meeting in a public space and you realize it's noisy in here. Or somebody decides to strike up a loud conversation right next to you during an important meeting. Hey, Lydia, why don't you tell us about this cool new AI feature that could help?
Happy to, Daniela. As you can see and hear, I'm currently working from a very busy cafe. I'm sure most of you have found yourselves in a similar situation. To help solve for this, we're introducing voice isolation in Teams meetings and calls. Let me turn voice isolation on. As I was saying, voice isolation uses my voice profile and suppresses every voice other than mine in the background, even the loud coworker who forgets that they have a booming voice. So, when you're in a meeting or a call and there are people around you, your teammates won't hear anybody else besides you. Daniela, I hope you were able to hear me clearly.
That was awesome and made a huge difference. Thank you, Lydia, and thank you, team. Now our team looks and sounds their best. But what about when the meeting's done? And I want to follow up on action items. The Intelligent Recap gives you a snapshot of everything that happened during the meeting. I can navigate the recording that has been intelligently categorized by topics and then also by chapters so that I don't have to watch the full recording. I can also see when my name was mentioned, or I can also follow up on my notes and my tasks or any action items that I may have. On top of this, I can also access Copilot within the recap and get instant answers to specific questions, as you see here, about the meeting. Teams Premium users already have access to Intelligent Recap. But don't worry, Copilot users, you will now get this awesome benefit starting in December. And just like I can use Copilot to catch up after a meeting, we've now built that same functionality for Teams Phone. Earlier in the year, we introduced Copilot in Teams Phone, allowing you to get real-time summarization and insights during calls. But now, Copilot works after the call. So I can ask for a summary or action items just from this call I was on with Grady last week. And I can also now take a look at the citations to see exactly what was said during the conversation and when. These capabilities, with so many more coming soon, are just a few examples of how Teams is the smart place to work. Copilot is integrated into every way you work in Teams. Teams meetings, chat, phone, and now channels, so that you can stay on top of all your communications. And for those days when your work environment is a bit unpredictable, voice isolation and Decorate Your Background will help you show up your best. Now, I'm going to turn it back to Nicole to show you the future of Copilot. Back to you, Nicole.
Thanks, Daniela. It's really an exciting time, and I can't wait to hear how Copilot makes you and your teams more productive. Our early adopter customers are already telling us that they use Copilot regularly, and over 75% of them say they're not willing to give it up. Our research also shows that there are significant productivity gains from using Copilot in Teams. For example, Copilot users are able to summarize missed meetings 4 times faster and feel the task is almost 60% less draining relative to users who are not using Copilot. So while these are all early findings, they really paint an optimistic picture about the future of meetings. We're also listening and responding quickly to our customers when they say feedback about Copilot. As you already heard earlier in Rajesh's talk, we are now enabling Copilot in meetings without retaining the transcript. This is especially important for many of our customers in regulated industries. You now have the option for Copilot to answer your questions, to provide information during a meeting, and not have that transcript available post the meeting. This is a huge, huge benefit for our customers. Now, as you've seen, Copilot is your Copilot. It knows you, your data, your content, and context. Today, it works behind the scenes. It's your personal assistant. But where is Copilot going? Copilot will soon unlock the next frontier of human collaboration, where people and AI work as a team together. You can give Copilot a seat at the table in your team's meetings. It's no longer just a behind-the-scenes personal assistant. It will actually be a team member. Copilot will bring people together, facilitate interactions, and exchange of ideas in ways we have never imagined. Let me show you a few examples. Now, what if Copilot could not just join your meetings, but actually participate in the brainstorm? As Jared shared, we are now combining the power of Copilot across Teams and Microsoft Whiteboard to truly transform collaboration in meetings. So imagine you and your team are in a meeting, just chatting, throwing around some ideas, not sharing any content. Today, it's easy to ask Copilot to just summarize all the conversation, and it would list it in a list of bullet points. But what if you could take your brainstorm a step further? Copilot would now visualize all of those ideas into a whiteboard so that all of your meeting participants could see it live. We're going to go back so you can actually see it. Sorry. We had a little bit of a bloop. All right. The meeting's going on again. We're going to try this one more time. They're chatting, sharing ideas. Copilot is going to summarize all of those ideas in a bulleted list. Now, what's going to also happen is I can take it a step further, and Copilot can visualize those ideas in a whiteboard. The ideas are going to be automatically organized and bulleted in a way that are very easy for the team to understand the information. Now, there's so much more. Copilot can even generate ideas for your team in the brainstorm. So now Copilot has become an invaluable teammate who is quickly visualizing that information, but also participating and contributing to the brainstorm. And when you're finished with the discussion, Copilot can even generate a summary of that information, and then that was captured into the whiteboard and created as a loop component that then I can edit and share with my team members and then make that available in another application, whether it's in Teams Chat or in Outlook or Word or anywhere else. Now, the next great example of this are for those times that you're in a meeting when you want to capture some key points, but you struggle to participate in the discussion because you're taking notes that all your team members can see. Copilot will soon be able to take notes alongside you in collaborative notes during your meetings. So let me show you this. So say you're in a Teams meeting. The conversation goes on, and you and your team members are capturing information in collaborative notes. So what's new? Copilot will now be able to take notes alongside with you on that same canvas, where the meeting participants are actually taking notes manually in real time. It's a mixture of human and AI note-taking in one place. Copilot will also do more specific things, like capture a team member quote right within the notes. And because Copilot notes are loop components, it's very easy for you to edit those notes real time and then share it across other apps like Outlook or Teams Chat. Now, this next wave of innovation will fundamentally change collaboration, where people and AI work together as one team. And we're just getting started. Now, let's switch gears so we can show you how Teams is redefining the workplace. So what do we mean when we say Teams is your workplace? It means that Teams seamlessly bridges the physical and digital world so that we are strengthening human and employee connections, no matter where people are working. So let's first talk about hybrid meetings. Yeah, they can be a challenge. We all know that. We've all been in a meeting where we're the one remote employee. It can be tough to feel included and to feel, part of the conversation when everyone else is in the room. One of the most frustrating experiences that we've all had is trying to figure out who is actually speaking when there's a broad camera view of a conference room with a room full of people. That's why we continue to innovate in Teams rooms to help you and your colleagues communicate more naturally and feel included no matter what hardware is in the room. So by leveraging Microsoft Cloud, your existing rooms are already equipped to have more inclusive, AI-powered meetings with features like IntelliFrame and speaker recognition. IntelliFrame really provides that rich meeting view for remote employees. It breaks up the room video into video tiles of each person in the conference room, so it's easy to see all of the in-room attendees. We're also extending speaker recognition capabilities beyond intelligent speakers. So now in-room participants can maintain their identity in the meeting transcript, which is so essential when you're using Microsoft Copilot, because it allows you to always know who said what, not conference room 2AB said this. And it's all possible without having to deploy any new hardware. We also recognize that not all of your rooms or your shared spaces have Teams rooms. Only 15% of conference rooms are actually video enabled today. So we're investing in bring your own device rooms with new Teams features that are really designed to enhance the experiences for end users and empower IT administrators. So let me bring up Matt to show us these experiences, the BYOD and Teams rooms experiences.
Thanks, Nicole. Hi, I'm Matt Taylor. I'm going to be joining a meeting live while I'm here on stage to showcase the latest Teams rooms and BYOD room experiences Nicole just talked about. Next to me, I have a large external display and a speaker puck that most likely resembles a BYOD room in your office. Today, when you plug your room display into your PC, knowing exactly what you're going to share feels a little bit like a gamble. The last time I did this, I may have ended up outing myself as a not-so-incognito wordler during my meetings. Well, you no longer have to worry about this. With the new shared display mode in Teams, it's going to automatically detect that I have connected to the shared audio device and external display, prompting me to join in the location and the room I am in with room audio. Now, this might be a little bit large for a BYOD room, but I think you're going to get the idea. Let me join the meeting now. So instead of duplicating my screen for everybody to see what is on my desktop, it's only going to show the video gallery or any content that is being shared. This way you're able to control what everybody can see on the display and avoid sharing confidential information, your inbox, personal items, or in my case, Wordle. Now, for the best meeting experience, both for in-room and remote attendees, you want to use Teams Rooms. As a remote attendee, you can see that the gallery has recognized that there are 2 Teams rooms within the meeting and dynamically adjusted, providing them additional screen real estate. And with IntelliFrame, as Nicole mentioned, gone are the days you're looking at tiny people from the room camera. Even with your existing hardware, Cloud IntelliFrame breaks out the room's video feed into individual frames so you can see each person better. I'm going to turn off IntelliFrame for one of the rooms so you can see what it used to look like. You can see the room view there, and I will turn IntelliFrame back on. Finally, you can see the output from the two rooms is slightly different. The one I just turned off and back on is Cloud IntelliFrame, leveraging an existing camera from a room that was built before the pandemic. The other view is IntelliFrame from a room with the latest intelligent camera. That camera leverages Microsoft AI to provide a 360-degree panoramic view of the room, as well as individual name labels to the participants in the meeting. This creates an even more inclusive meeting as a remote attendee. You can even see that one of the in-room attendees is showing up as a participant because they have not yet completed their recognition profile. On top of the inclusiveness brought to you by IntelliFrame, speaker recognition will also be possible with your existing devices, not just rooms with an intelligent speaker. Once a user has enrolled their voice, we are able to capture who said what in the meeting transcript. All of this is happening in the Microsoft Cloud and does not require new hardware to be deployed. Having a more accurate transcript is nice, but the real value here is with Copilot and Intelligent Recap. As we listen to our customers who are beginning to use Copilot, it's apparent many of them operate in a hybrid environment. A common issue they face is when they join a meeting room, they lose their lack of individual identity. All participants are labeled as the conference room unless they are joining from their own companion device. Speaker recognition solves all of that and enhances Copilot and Intelligent Recap for hybrid meetings. Let me turn off Share Display Mode now so that you can see Copilot, which has remained on my PC screen so that the in-room focus remains on the content that is meant to be shared with others in the room. Now, let's put this to the test and ask Copilot a question. I'm going to ask Copilot to summarize what Drew said prior to when I joined the meeting. As a reminder, Drew is not joined to the meeting on any of his own devices. Drew is merely sitting in a Teams room. Copilot is going to pull from the meeting transcript and provide a brief summary based off of my prompt. Drew said he was excited for the demo during the breakout session, which focused on the new features for Microsoft Teams rooms and devices. And there it is. Because of speaker recognition, Copilot can retrieve exactly what Drew said throughout the meeting while he was sitting in a Teams room without having to join from any other device. As you saw, we are improving the experience for BYOD rooms that do not yet have a Teams room system. But even more impressively, for the rooms with Teams rooms and for hybrid meetings in those spaces, we are up-leveling the inclusiveness and productivity no matter what devices are deployed in your room. Thank you, and back to you, Nicole.
Thank you, Matt. So improving hybrid meetings is a big win. But to support a truly flexible workplace, organizations need new ways to help distributed employees really build deeper connections. In the past, we relied on audio calls to connect across countries and locations. Then we turned to video conferencing to overcome the challenges of social distancing. Now, digital connection is evolving beyond audio and video to spatial interaction. Technology that breaks through the grid view and helps virtual connection feel more like you're in face-to-face interactions. Shared immersive spaces create a powerful sense of co-presence. leading to serendipitous conversations and deeper connections. And you'll be surprised at how coming together in 3D really helps people open up and how it feels really different than a 2D virtual meeting. And we promise this is not your average virtual happy hour. And your employees are ready for it. More than 50% of people say they're open to using immersive experiences in meetings and team activities. So we are reimagining the way employees come together with Microsoft Mesh, a new 3D immersive experience in the place where hundreds of millions of people work every day, Microsoft Teams. As you saw Satya say earlier today, we announced that Microsoft Mesh will be generally available starting in January. Now, here are some of the ways that you can get started. You can use avatars to express yourself, whether you're joining a 2D meeting or a 3D immersive space in Teams. Next, distributed teams can connect in new ways with out-of-the-box immersive spaces right within a Teams meeting. And finally, you can create custom connected experiences, immersive experiences for the specific needs of your organizations with a no-code editor or the Mesh toolkit that takes advantage of the power of Unity. And we believe this innovative technology should not be difficult to access. You don't need special hardware to use Mesh. You can just use and access immersive spaces from your existing PC or a MetaQuest headset. And if you choose to use a VR device, the experience is just richer and more immersive. Now I'd like to bring up Barbara to show you how Mesh will transform how we connect.
Thank you, Nicole. Hi, I'm Barbara Kim, and let me show you how immersive spaces will work in Teams meeting. In the marketing organization I'm part of, we gather in the office on Thursday afternoons to chat and catch up. Imagine recreating this experience in a 3D immersive space when anyone can join in regardless of where they're located. Well, let's get started. So in my regular 2D meeting, and with just a couple of clicks, I'm going to transform this 2D meeting into a 3D immersive space. Immersive spaces have unique attributes that create a perception of being physically together, even though you're in a 3D space, such as spatial interaction, co-presence, and a sense of immersion. So in this pre-join screen, I see an avatar that looks like me. I also see some device settings, and I can also customize my avatar to customize it to reflect my day. Now I see an Ignite wardrobe, so I wonder what that's like. Wow, I've changed my outfit to look and feel of Ignite. I'm gonna customize it to that. Now I have an avatar that looks like me and I have an avatar that reflects my day. So I'm going to join this space where I'll be hosting a social gathering with my team. Let me take you on a brief tour. So I see those in the meeting that was just with me. They're in videos and avatars. And I also see those waving at me from the icebreaker room. And I also see a beautiful, not rainy, sunny outside, and those gathered by the fire pit. I'm gonna walk over to that group by the fire pit, and you'll start noticing you can hear the conversation because of spatial audio. So let me walk over here.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, giant.
Hey guys.
Oh, hey Barbara, how's it going?
Hey. We're just enjoying our time by the fire on this chilly afternoon.
That's awesome. Let me just send them a little heart. It's so good to see you guys. I'm gonna back out here for a second. Wasn't that amazing that you can hear the audio from the direction they're actually speaking from? Now I see a little background music here, making me feel like I'm cozy. I'm gonna also teleport myself over to that group. Let's see what they're up to. Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Hey, great. We're just doing some icebreakers. This is so cool.
That's awesome. I'm gonna send you guys a little thumbs up. Now, wasn't that fun? We can't wait to learn about how your employees will come together with these immersive experiences and how you'll use it to connect in new, meaningful ways. Now, customers are leveraging this technology to customize their spaces today. Our early adopters, some of which are highlighted right here, are leveraging Mesh to foster connections. including employee onboarding, training, all hands, and immersive simulations. An example is Mercy Ships. Mercy Ships is an international charity that sends hospital ships to in-need communities in Africa. The volunteer professionals aboard these ships to provide surgeries and train local healthcare professionals to strengthen healthcare infrastructure in the nations they serve. Mercy Ship has created a digital twin of one of their ships, Global Mercy in Mesh, to increase understanding and unity within their organizations. The twin ship helps to connect their people to grow the mission and the culture of the organization as more people come on board. With a volunteer-led crew, turnover can be as high as 350%, and Mesh can help efficiently onboard people and teach them about the culture and the operation of the organization before even boarding the physical ship. Back to you, Nicole.
Thanks, Barbara. It's so exciting to see this new technology and how it'll help us connect in new ways. Now, we have shown you a lot of innovation today, but before we wrap up, I just want to take a moment to share one other key investment area for us, making it easier to deploy and manage teams. So what do we mean by making it easier? First, you will now be able to deploy Teams rooms using Windows Autopilot and one-time passwords. These options dramatically reduce the time and complexity it takes to deploy a Teams room from literally days down to hours. Next, we are simplifying phone deployments with shared calling. Now, a single phone number and a calling plan can be used to create a shared group of users. A team of 10 people or 10,000 users in an enterprise, admins can now enable those people to easily use shared calling to make and receive phone calls. These are just a couple of examples on how we are simplifying the deployment of Teams workloads. To learn more about how we are continuing to improve the management of Teams, make sure to check out the Teams Phone and the Teams Rooms on-demand sessions. So now, I would like to thank you all. You are at the center of the innovation that we are delivering. You are part of our team, inspiring us to reinvent Teams to be the smart place to work. And we know that teamwork happens in a million different ways, and our fundamental goal is to make sure that all of your teams, those working in the office, those working at home, and everywhere in between, have what they need to come together and deliver their best. We believe that when you empower your teams with a smart workplace, you can seize new opportunities, overcome threats and barriers, and find new ways to grow. There has never been a better time to use Microsoft Teams, and we're just getting started. So with that, we'd like to show you a little bit of a recap of all of the innovation that we showed today.
For your team to achieve the impossible, you need a place to do your best work together. A place that is seamless and smart. A place that allows you to share ideas and connect with your team and customers from anywhere. A smart workplace unlike others. Microsoft Teams.
All right, everybody. What's next?
Infused with intelligence, Teams makes what's complicated simple, giving you the answers that you need to keep moving forward, all in one place. A place that allows you to stay in the flow of work, easily connecting to apps and workflows and streamlining business processes. Where meetings are more personal, fun, and effective. Getting rid of distractions with the help of AI.
Hey everyone, let's work through all these updates, okay?
It's a place where AI becomes a part of the team, boosting creativity and engagement, effortlessly keeping everyone in the moment, and the discussion moving forward. After the meeting, Teams helps you save time catching up and coordinating next steps with AI, and make sure the best tool for the job is at your fingertips. Even when your team is in different spaces, Teams lets you represent yourself the way you want to be seen and discover new ways and places to bring everyone together to connect. Faster than ever and easy to use, Teams adapts to the way you work, making it easy to find what you need, be more productive, and collaborate. Microsoft Teams complements collaboration from any location. Easy to use and always there, helping your team and company reach new heights. Microsoft Teams, the smart place to work.
All right, thank you all for joining this session. I know we've already hit our time, but please share your feedback and check out the other team sessions. Thank you so much for today.